Back with the Ron and Fez show. Thanks for being with us on a Monday. If you're just joining us, you're an hour late. We start at 7 now on Mondays.
7, on Mondays, so you missed it, and that fastest hour was hysterical, so you missed the best ever. 866-277-4969. I always give everybody the same gimmick if they ever missed the show. How did it go? Oh, it was phenomenal. That was our best. You missed our best. I guess we'll talk about the Michael Moore movie and coming up a little later. Fez, you saw it over the weekend. Said you saw it twice, right?
Yeah, I saw it twice. For me, it was a lot of information, and I wanted to go twice to take it in.
Yeah, we'll talk about that tonight. And then also, you had your big 5K run, and we'll check with you and your stupid team of runners.
My Watley crew.
Wow. When I heard some of the names on that list, I was appalled. Hey, Alan. Alan, you're on the Ron and Fez show. How you doing?
Not too bad. How about you guys?
Cool in the gang. What can we do for you, my friend?
Well, I just was calling about the Eric Clapton guitar thing.
Yeah.
Now, I may be way off base here. First of all, let me say I'm not a Eric Clapton fan by any means, but I do have a lot of respect for him.
Good.
But I was wondering, who got the proceeds for that auction?
I have no idea. Why?
Well, I was just wondering about it because if, you're talking about feeding the starving kids and everything. And
I just never understand what people see in memorabilia. And you know that they're not paying that for that reason. I mean, what did I see? Something, was it a Babe Ruth uniform going for more money than Babe Ruth ever made his entire career? We have become this really odd country of strange collectors now. Everything always has to do with our childhoods, too. Everybody always wants to go back and own something that they liked when they were a kid.
And if you grab one of those things, usually it's not as good as you remember it being as a kid.
Well, you're not exactly getting your childhood back because you went and got this collectible thing. It doesn't people always said, when I look at that, it reminds me of the great times I had when I was a kid. Well, now you're an adult. Why don't you have some real great times? And nobody's going to make you come in at dark. Now, this is the best time of your life. You're able to do anything you want.
Like a lot of times I've looked at Batman cows online, ones used by Adam West in the TV show, and I look at them and I go, wow, that's kind of faded and the ears are bent and stuff, and I think I would have to have Adam West actually wearing it.
What kind of money do those things go for, Fez?
I think those are probably not quite 1,000. Yeah, I don't.
How many did he wear that they're on eBay for only 1,000? I would think that those kind of things would go higher.
He probably had plenty of them. 3 seasons of doing that show.
3 seasons of doing the show, it's a costume. I can't imagine that they would have more than a dozen. If they had a dozen, I'd be shocked. So that seems like a low ticket price when you hear what somebody's willing to pay for, Elton John's old shoes or Michael Jordan's shirt. It's just amazing what people will pay for a lot of these collectibles. Hey, Stuart, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey,
yeah.
You guys were talking about the iRobot movie earlier?
Yeah.
It's actually a remake, and they did a first one back in the 50s before robot was even a well-known term. They were actually famous for making the term be commonly used as a household word.
Well, that's really interesting, Stuart.
But in the original movie, they didn't even have mechanical robots. They were made out of clay.
Yeah.
And it was made by this guy who was a pioneer of the robotic field called Isaac Asimov. It was based on a book by him.
Save your money and you'll buy your own robot one day. Thank you, Stuart. See what I'm talking about, Fez?
This has been News of the Insignificant.
It's, we just forget to grow up. 866-277-4969. 866-277-4969. Hey, Bo, you're on Ron and Fez.
Buddies.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, man, I'm one of those people. Right now, I'm going through my midlife crisis. I'm getting all the Atari games, Nintendo. I just dropped a one spot on Nintendo and 30 games and Transformers and stuff. It's like...
All right, Laszlo gave me this thing, though, that you it's just like a little card that you hook up to your regular thing, and there's got to be 100 games from the early 80s
but it's not
on
the same. That's just as bad as getting that little Atari joystick that has 20 games on it. No, it's got to be the real thing.
You need the same thing that you could have got for nickels in the 80s. Now, what does it do for you, Bo? Because you have to admit, I know I thought all the early games were great and all, but the reality is the video games out now are 1,000,000 times better than the original stuff in the 80s.
It's ridiculous. I didn't say I could explain it. I just said that that's what's going on, man.
But what does it do for you when you get that thing from your childhood, Bo?
It's like a nostalgia thing. It just makes me a little happy, and I don't know how to explain it.
I don't know how to explain it either, and yet I always ask people when they have these collectibles, what does it do for you? And not one person can say anything other than, it brings back my childhood. And I'm like, you had your childhood. And that's the weird thing. I don't think that, like generations before us, like I don't think Abraham Lincoln was sitting around looking at an old wagon, oh, this brings back my childhood. Why would you want to bring back your childhood? You already lived it.
I think they don't want to bring back the whole childhood, just those really nice feelings of it, the positive, good parts of it.
You have liquor and women now. Why would you want to have the feeling of being 8 years old? 8 years old is a nightmare. Here is Kevin. Kevin, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, this is for Fezzy. I got a really cool Frank Zappa poster I'll sell you. And Pac-Man is still fantastic.
You can't really compare Pac-Man to the games that are playing today, though.
It's in my heart.
No,
every time I go to Jerry Stubbs. What can I tell you?
I know it's still in your heart, but you can't compare it on any kind of level. I mean, when you're playing those new Madden football games, you might as well be in a football game. It's so damn good now. And the old stuff used to just be, you basically had two little lights bouncing off each other.
Yeah, I've come into someone's house while they're playing Madden and asked what game was on, thinking it was a real game.
Were you high?
I wasn't high, but I didn't have my glasses with me.
I play because it brings back those childhood feelings that I would feel down on the Cape. I just don't get it. And I say that looking at a producer who has got Star Wars tattoos as well as Sesame Street tattoos.
One of the things for me, and I know it's just personal to me, but I need to see things to kind of internalize them. And that's one of the reasons why I've gone back and bought like a bunch of old like Star Wars toys and stuff. Because you get it, and it kind of helps you think about whatever the things that you were thinking about.
I had no idea that you buy Star Wars toys.
Oh, yeah.
What do you buy?
Well, mostly I buy like I bought a couple of things. Yeah, the dolls, basically.
Action figures.
They're 12-inch action figures, so they come with cloth.
You know what? If you had a 12-inch action figure yourself, you wouldn't need to do this. That's your problem.
But what
feeling is brought back by you playing with a doll as a full-grown man?
Well, a lot of it, I mean, you kind of think about what was I thinking then? Why was this so important to me back then? And what was it supposed to mean to my life? So it's a lot of stuff like where you...
Have you ever thought of this, leave it behind? It's childish. It's just childish.
Is it like this? You couldn't have that toy as a kid, and now you can have it?
I bought a Commodore 64 because I couldn't have it as a kid. So some of it is going back...
All right, let me explain something to you two guys. Because you feel the same way, Fez?
Oh, yeah.
You know, when I was a kid, I couldn't have two women at the same time. And that's what I try to go after now. That's the things. I wasn't allowed to shoot craps. I wasn't allowed to be an adult when I was a kid.
You can still do those things, but, like, for example, I saw a yard sale.
I know you. I know your life. You're more likely to be with a doll at your age.
Again, I mean, it kind of lets you look at things, in the third dimension that you think were important to you when you were younger, and you want to figure out, was it still important? Why so?
All right. I know you're not a Christian, Wonder Boy. What does it say in the Bible about when I was a child, Fez?
When I was a child, I had childish things, but when I became an adult, I put away childish things.
Why have we stopped putting away childish things? Why do we want to keep a childhood which only is supposed to last for so long? I'm worried we're becoming a nation full of Michael Jacksons. I'm worried that the entire country is turning into Neverland, and that's going to lead to Wonder Boy becoming a pedophile. That's the next thing that happens.
They keep making the toys cooler and cooler. It's hard to stop.
Ryan, you're on Ron and Fez. How you doing, buddy?
Ron and Fez, the reason I buy the gifts is because I want to go back to that feeling that I had when I was a kid. So that's why I buy things.
Well, you know what? I think that's where you're going. That is what you're going to have right now.
Oh, I don't have a night when I don't have that feeling.
You're Larry King. Your problem right now is that you're Larry King. I'm going to tell you, I've tried to have people explain it to me. It never works out. And the whole wanting to go back to your childhood, I think that's, instead of going back to your childhood, you need to go to a therapist then. Because there's no reason to go back.
But
you've lived it. You've had it.
But it's so cool when you see one of those things. It's like almost like a long-lost friend. Like when I was real little, I had a Captain Action that I thought was the greatest thing in the world.
Wait a minute, Captain Actions came out in the 40s. How old are you?
Young. And I lost it when I was probably about 4 or 5 years old, and I loved that Captain Action. And a couple years ago, my sister got me a Captain Action for Christmas. And it was so cool just seeing that thing again. And what a rush of memories it had, because I love that doll. Action figure.
I don't even know what to say to you. I have no idea what to say to you when I hear things like that. The rush of memories. Bring it back. First of all, you do go to a therapist because according to you, your childhood was hell. And now you won't let go of the bad stuff. You won't let go of the good stuff.
It's hard to move on for me.
Move on, brother. Move on. There's a big world out there. I want you to get involved, Fezzy. How'd the 5K go?
The 5K I thought was a big, big success. The Tim Harmon 5K, which was this past Saturday at the Government Center in Fairfax, Virginia.
All right, see, there you're doing something nice. You're running for a good cause. You got your 5Ks, which is how far, Fez, really?
3.1 miles.
3.1 miles.
So, and I ran the whole way, Ronnie. I didn't stop running.
I'm proud of you.
There was a lot of walkers that passed me, and elderly people, and babies.
How could someone walking... Are you serious when someone walking passed you?
Oh, yeah, most...
I see Wonder Boy nodding his head yes.
Wonder Boy walked just about the whole thing and just stayed by my side walking while I was running.
I felt really bad because...
How is that possible?
I run really slow. My time was just under 49 minutes. I was very excited about that.
Why don't you start walking then? Maybe you'll go faster.
Well, I want to do the running thing. And I want to be
running. Here's what the running thing is. Running is faster than walking. So if you're running and walkers are passing you, you're not running at that point.
I looked like I was running. I was doing the trot. I'll show you.
No, that's not running.
That's running?
That's walking in smaller steps.
He went through all of the motions of where you try to have your feet both off the air, off the ground at the same time.
He's a space elevator.
We're off the air, what?
No.
Speaking of space elevator, I want to remind myself of this. I got to figure out what this space elevator is I keep reading about. I need to talk to Mike the teacher, either tonight or later this week, to find out how we're going to be taking elevators into space in the next 15 years. I'm reading. All right, so what is he doing, Wonder Boy?
Well, he moves both of his arms in a running motion. He trots. He picks both of his legs up and down in a running motion. Just the speed was that of a leisurely kind of like a walk kind of pace.
It wasn't leisurely to me. I thought I was having a heart attack and a stroke combined by the time I got done.
But like he used all the same muscles you would use if you were really sprinting. He just did it at a, different pace.
I had to conserve. It's 3.1 miles. I tried to save it all out for that 0.1 at the end.
All right, so how fast did you run?
I ran just under 49 minutes. 3 miles in 49 minutes.
All right, so you broke the 20-minute mile that you've always had your eyes set on.
Where my best time ever was like 37 minutes. So I was about 12 minutes off my personal best mark.
All right, well, you made it, though, right?
Yeah, I finished it. I went the whole way, and there was hills, and we actually ended up running over an overpass over 66, which I wasn't expecting. I need to know these courses if we're going to go on a bridge.
Oh, yeah. Bridges bother you. Now, you don't mind driving over an overpass, right?
Right, yeah, because that's just, it's over with quick.
Yeah.
But at my lightning fast pace, it took me a while with cars. I had to put up my own blinders, my hands up the side of my face, so I didn't see the cars down below me.
I forget that you have that thing, because is it a height thing for you?
Yeah.
Like one night we were at a club, and there was like that bridge thing that was like, 12 feet off the floor, and you start to stumble on us and almost fell off.
Yeah, it's a vertigo thing.
Yeah.
I mean, as soon as I'm in that position, the balance just goes out the door.
How high do you have to be up before it starts to bother you?
I would say probably a good 4 or 5 feet.
You know what I would like to do one night is to do this show in lifeguard chairs and just see when you start to feel weird.
As soon as I got in the lifeguard chair, I'll let you know now.
But you could, let's say, sit on this table.
Yeah, I could do that.
And if we added a foot to it, could you do it? I mean, I would love to just do it where you go, okay, I'm feeling comfortable, and then we go up an inch, and then you feel uncomfortable.
The odd thing is I could probably sit on it, but if you asked me to, walk across it and it was that high,
couldn't do it.
That would be just a real lot of trouble. because then just my inner ear would explode.
You have so many things. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
I can't even follow.
I'm complex.
You know what? Take it down and go back to your childhood with it. Because you belong here.
So I was able to do that in 49 minutes. They gave me a big American flag to carry across the finish line.
Like Hacksaw Jim Duggan?
Yeah, that size. Oh! And I was very excited about that because I thought I had been selected in particular to come across the finish line with the big American flag.
Yeah.
And then I looked when I was done, and, retards, children, dogs, anyone that was coming across that finish line was allowed to carry the American flag.
All right, Wonderboy, were you already in by the time Fez ran in?
Yeah.
Did you see his face when he was carrying the American flag? Did he look like
full of pride?
Somehow he was made American boy. And then did you feel worse later?
Yeah, I felt worse later because what I did was when I got handed the American flag, I was only a few yards away from the finish line. So then I did go into the big sprint. The big hard run, carrying the American flag.
And everybody was yelling, look, it's Michael Moore, and he's got an American flag.
They did not yell that. But the guy...
They thought it.
The old guy, Ray, who handed me the flag, I told him, I go, listen, you stay by me. I don't want to, fall down and do something with this flag because I didn't know how I was feeling at the end of the race. I go, you don't leave me here, Ray.
You know what I would have loved to see, Fezzy? You fall with the American flag, then try to prop yourself up on it, much to the chagrin of all these nice patriots who are running this race.
I almost felt like that Olympic girl who just kind of crashed and burned on the track and messed herself.
All right, I just got this from Crazy Jen. They let me carry the flag, too. Everybody carried the flag. And by the time Fezzy finished, everybody was already bored with it. We used to cheer for everyone.
That's exactly... But I didn't know that when I had it in my hand. I didn't know everyone was getting it. Yeah, Crazy Jen came in probably about 10, 11 minutes ahead of me.
Wow. So she came in under an hour.
Her and Lacey came in at 38 minutes.
Great. You're running behind a crack addict and a crazy person.
Wendell was the only person I had a better time than.
Yeah.
Racing time. He walked really leisurely the whole way.
Yeah.
And then when he came across the finish line, instead of taking the American flag, he just put a cigarette in his mouth.
He's so cool.
To taunt the people.
He's like Fonzie the engineer. Now, I don't know, because he finished before you. Did you see El Jefe? They gave him the Mexico flag.
Oh, that's nice.
That he came running in with. And then some folks at the local cantina thought that it was another invasion.
El Jefe did good. He had he came in about 35 minutes.
Yeah.
And wearing his body armor, we must protect this house.
Yeah, sure he does. He looks great.
Yeah, it's form-fitting, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So that's a good look when he's out there running.
Give me anybody else do anything funny?
I'm trying to think. Crazy Jen, she ran the entire 5K wearing a billboard. She had a big poster board that said Watley Crew on the back of it.
Who made that? Her?
Was it her or you, Wonderboy?
Yeah, actually I made it so the people would know where to meet us. And then she's like, hey, let me use that.
And it had about 40 safety pins in it to attach it to her shirt. So she basically ran the 5K with a sail on, where it was all, bowed out behind her and everything.
And still beat you.
And still beat me by 11 minutes.
Now, I saw you Saturday night. You came over to my house for free eats, and you were walking like an old man.
I was just hobbling. When I got done, I had this foot cramp that I'm going, ow, that really hurts. And the Piedmont Massage School and Clinic was out there, and Amelia was doing my legs for me, my calves, because everything was just aching. And then...
You laid on a table?
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah, I got work done. I needed it.
3 miles you run in 50 minutes, and then he lays on a table in public. You're hysterical.
So they took my shoe off of me, and I had this big, hard lump on the sole of my foot and my arch.
I believe that's your twin.
And they told me it was a big glob of uric acid that had settled in my foot while I was running. So
how would that happen?
I have no idea. That's how you get the gout, which I've had before. Uric acid settles in your feet.
No, you get that from chocolate eclairs. That's how you get the gout.
So she was trying to work that knot out of there for me, and I was just in agony the rest of the weekend.
This poor girl has to sit around and work this disgusting gout bulge out of your foot because Michael Moore to have probably stopped for a dozen donuts before the race.
Fezzy. My name is Fezzy. Yeah, I never had a knot like that in the bottom of my foot. That was weird. I knew it wasn't a blister because it was, it was rock hard.
And she had to put her thumb on it?
Oh, yeah, she was putting her elbow into it.
This poor thing.
So I appreciate it, Amelia.
I'm disgusted. I don't know what to say when you just say I appreciate it. Like someone's grandmother would say that. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back and pick this up. It's the Ron and Fez Show.